It was a split week for the Wisconsin Badgers, a road victory at Michigan State on Tuesday night. Second straight year the Badgers have won at the Breslin Center. But on Saturday afternoon, they faced a Rutgers team trying to polish the resume and get a much-needed road win, and the Scarlet Knights did just that, defeating Wisconsin 73-65. We'll take a look back at the two games this week. We'll also introduce you to one of the transfers in a very important part of the playing rotation, Jahcobi Neath, and we'll have our weekly sit-down with head coach Gard. All coming up on today's edition of the Badgers Sports Report. Outside left, he'll throw to Wall. Rotates to Hepburn. Outside right, high screen Crowell. And a nice screen and roll. Crowell low on the right, goes up. Yes, and one. Beautifully executed pick and roll, and one for Stephen Crowell. It's 10-5 Rutgers. Davison out high. High screen Crowell. Brad moves to the right. Goes into Crowell. Mid-post right. Kick out Wall. Straightaway three is good for Tyler Wall. His fourth made three of the season. As Rutgers shows a 2-3. As Johnny Davis goes into Carlson. Feeds Hepburn. Tries a three. Right side. Splashed it. Chucky Hepburn with his first point. 17-16 Rutgers. For Davison at the top. Rotates to Wall left wing. Wall against Harper. Tyler probing. Gets it to Crowell. Back to Wall. Give and go. Low on the left. Layup good. Tyler Wall doing the heavy lifting in the scoring column. He has 11. Johnny Davis on the jog to the front court. Around a Vogt screen. Davis turns the corner. Left of the lane. Whips a pass into Vogt. Nice catch. Slam dunk Chris Vogt. That was coming in hot. Vogt the catch and the flush. Brad Davison throws to Wall at the left point. Bounce pass to Johnny. Left of the lane against McConnell. Davis faces up. Now he'll take the jumper. Mid-range. Good. Davis with 5. 34-31 Rutgers. 3:10 left in the first half. Johnny trying to back Mulcahy a dig. Now Davison throws to Crowell. Tries a three right of the circle. Tie game. Stephen Crowell with a triple. 43-43. 3 minutes into the second half. Right up the left sideline. Badgers protecting a 1-point lead. Davison top of the circle. Throws to Wall. Driving. Baseline left. Stops at the block. Harper defending. Left shoulder turn. Up right hand. Good. Wall with 18. Crowell right of the wheel. 12 to shoot. Crowell into Wall. Left of the lane. Stops at the block. Harper defending. Wall up right hand, off the rim, couple of times and through for Tyler Wall. He has 20, one shy of his career high.
The game plan they had coming in was, it was effective and it worked. But, we just got to come out next game and not worry about this next one and worry about the next game.
Start of the game, specifically defensively, that we gave them way too much confidence. Any mistake we made, they made us pay for, and that's what good teams do.
You can pick and choose a whole lot of stuff out of the game. It could be our turnovers, our free throws, our three-point percentage. We just got to end up hitting shots and playing better basketball to come out with a win on that game.
It takes all of us every game, especially at this point in the season, when it's kind of getting down to the grind, getting to the end of the season. So I think it takes all of us, and like I said, we can't put too much pressure on those three guys just to win us games. It's going to take all of us.
There's no reason to dwell on our loss. There's nothing we can do to go back and change it, but we still got to see them in New Jersey.
They're disappointed. It burns. I don't want them to be so happy-go-lucky that this doesn't matter. This matters. They're not. It was pretty. You could hear a pin drop in the locker room. This means something to them, but in this sport, in this league, you got to flip it pretty quick. You can't let today impact us as we prepare for Tuesday.
This is Wisconsin basketball. Out front pass knocked away by Davis. Johnny gets the steal. Johnny down the lane. Slam dunk with a right hand. Got the wall. Another three. Got it! And a feed to Davison running the floor. Down the lane to the rim. Layup good. Front court. High screen Carlson. Deep three. Hepburn. Got it. Goes to Davis for three. Right side. Book it. Fourth three of the half for Johnny Davis.
The Badger Sports Report is presented by UW Health, the healthcare team for the Badgers. Learn more at uwsportsmedicine.org. And is brought to you by the Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and respected contractors. BuildingWisconsinTogether.com.
When you've been injured, you need the hometown team on your side. Trust us to get you back in the game. Call Wisconsin's own Gruber Loftus, proud partner of Wisconsin Badger Athletics. One call, that's all.
You'll hear things like, you're going to need to see a specialist. that what you have is serious, like really serious.
And then you meet them, your medical team.
With research and clinical trials and new treatments.
With better procedures that lead to better results.
Then it hits you, you're gonna be okay.
UW Health. Remarkable medicine. Remarkable care.
Hard work, sweat, knowledge in your own 2 hands. These are the tools that build Wisconsin. Leave your mark on the real world with 0 debt and higher pay. All from day one. It's time to do work that works for you. Learn more at buildingwisconsintogether.com.
On this game day, Good Foods Guacamole would like to salute all you players, no matter what you seem to be playing. You, sir, are a winner. You, ma'am, triumphant, and thumbs up to whatever it is you're doing. So let's hoist a guac-laden chip to all you players out there. Good Foods Guac, made from the freshest avocado and the cleanest ingredients. So here's to all the players and whatever game it is they're trying to play. Game day is Guac Day. Good Foods Guac.
Injured? You need a team you can trust. Call Gruber Law Offices today, serving the people of Wisconsin for over 30 years. Gruber Law Offices, a proud partner of Wisconsin Badger Athletics. One call, that's all.
Ullman, right wing. Dave Brown is on him, sends it back to Brad, rotates to Davis, high on the left, shot clock at 7. Tyler Wall backing, mid-post left on Hauser, low on the left, splits 2 defenders on the reverse, up and in with the right hand. So pass for Wall, finds Hepburn, cutting in the lane, got tied up, threw it up, no, Davis the rebound, now Neath, feeds Crowell, out the wall, throws to Chucky, right corner, thought about it, now puts it on the deck, drives on Bingham, reverse layup, good off the glass. Small against the big, and the small came out on top. Between the circles, bounce pass Crowell, right of the arc. Crowell, one dribble, killed it, throws to Davis, Johnny edge of the center circle, working against Christie, steps back, tries a 3, money. Johnny Davis, a 3-point hit, 21-13 Wisconsin. Neath, baseline left, now Hauser gets him on the switch. Now he's doubled, 7 to shoot. Neath gets it out of there, high pass, pulled down by Davison, 3 to shoot, 2 to shoot, and Bowman for 3, right corner, it is off the rim and in. How about that? Desperation 3, just beating the shot clock. 26-19 Wisconsin, a minute 25 left in the half.
I thought he was solid, for him to come in here as a freshman in this environment against that team, and the same thing with Chucky. I thought those 2 guys as freshman point guards came in and really helped us just, solidified every possession for the most part and kept us in the plan we had.
Shot clock at 15, game clock at 24. Hepburn, knee-high, right-hand dribble, switches left, 10 on the shot clock. Chucky fans to the left side, shot clock at 7. Hepburn still out front, sends it to Crowell, 5 to shoot, back to Chucky for 3, left side, book it. Chucky Hepburn, a 3-point hit.
Yeah, I love playing with him. It's just the way he's adapted to the game this fast, only as a freshman. It's not something you usually see in a player, but I'm glad he's on our team.
Looking inside the wall, one pump, low on the left, up and in, and one. They get the quick hitter, they get the and one. Malik Hall called for the foul. This matched up with Christie, 10 to shoot. Johnny puts it on the deck, shovels to Wall, low on the left. He's triple teamed inside, whips it out of there to Davis for 3, up top, nailed it. Inside out they go. Johnny Davis with a 3 ball, 50-45 Wisconsin. Here's Chucky Hepburn, sets the floor for the Badgers. Going to Davis out between the circles. Johnny kicks to Davison for 3, right side, good. Brad Davison, his second 3-point hit tonight. 55-49 Wisconsin, 4:20 remaining. Johnny Davis out high, going to work downhill, little Euro step down the lane, flips it up and in. Johnny Davis gives Wisconsin a 10-point lead.
I thought I was a lot more efficient than I had been the past couple games, and I think the reason why I was getting such better looks is because my teammates were able to knock shots down, which then, kind of expanded the defense a little bit more for me to get to my spots. During that time of the game is when I need the ball in my hands, and I think I'm the best option on the team to be able to make a play for myself or somebody else.
I think that's the key. It's one at a time. It's one day at a time. It's one game at a time. And I know that sounds cliche and I sound like just pulling out coach speak, but that's really how we approach it. and how we always have. It's just stay in the moment, enjoy the moment. If something doesn't go quite right, listen, learn from it, fix it, improve, and move on. And if something goes well, all right, we got to do it again, because this 40 minutes is behind us, and we got to move on to what's next.
I think it's just another win. It's good to get one when we're away. But, season's not over yet. Big Ten season's not over yet. And, there's no champion yet.
We believe in education. We believe in public schools. At WEA Member Benefits, we believe in helping Wisconsin public school employees and their families achieve their financial goals by providing personal insurance, retirement and investment, and financial planning programs that are designed specifically for the education community. WEAbenefits.com.
My favorite breakfast is Odyssey yogurt. I asked Mommy where it comes from, and she took me to a dairy farm to learn all about milk and, most importantly, cows. Wisconsin cows are definitely the happiest, which means they make the tastiest yogurt. My favorite is blueberry. What's your flavor? Support your local farmers. EIEI Odyssey.
Well, I'm not sure we really need to talk about it a ton, but we're going to anyway, because it's a nice reminder for all of us, I think, of when you get to this point in the season, how difficult everything can be. They play school here, so you got the classes in the spring semester. Some refer to this time of year as the dog days of the season. And as I said, teams know each other inside and out. If you play them twice or even once, you're deep enough into the season. The scouting is terrific, and it probably is good for all of us as fans or those who cover the game to understand that what these guys are going through right now, because you don't get too many freebies here right now. Not just no get well games, but you don't get too many uncontested layups now either.
True. Whenever you throw in a snow day here and there too, where it throws a little wrinkle in your plans, but it's all part of the experience, and I think our guys have done a good job of just taking it one day at a time. I think that mantra or that mindset helps when you get into this. You don't look at the big picture. Let's just look at what we have right in front of us and stay focused on the task at hand.
Mentioned the scouting. I know we've talked about this in the past, but I would imagine it is even better now. It's always been good, but even better now, and maybe just more efficient with technology, where it doesn't take you a ton of time to feel like you know an opponent awfully well.
Yeah, and there's obviously the film watching and those, but there's so many analytic entities out there that can kind of confirm or deny what you see on film. Most of the time it confirms it. So you can really dive deep on a team, and obviously we have opponents doing that on us too. So you're constantly trying to, play chess while they're playing checkers, I guess is the old phrase I'll use. But, but at the same time, I try not to micromanage it or make it too complicated. I said, hey, let's put the ball in the basket and don't let them do it. It's a simple game, and sometimes we can overcook it a little bit.
I know AJ Van Handel, your video guy, I know he's a big analytics guy.
Yes.
But on your staff, is there somebody that we might not think is big into that, but is Joe, for instance?
Joe would be the one, I think, that just not, and he doesn't go, like AJ's in the room with the beakers and everything. He's the mad scientist. Joe doesn't go quite that far. He filters it. Joe filters it from AJ to me. AJ would confuse me. It's like taking a foreign language class, talking to AJ about analytics. But it's all good. I will pop in with both of them now and then. But Joe, keeps it pretty simple and pulls out what's important.
It's not just a baseball thing. I'd see guys like a management, David Stearns, they're all coming down the steps with their MacBook and they're breaking it all down. There's a reason for it, though, right? And you hit a key point there. You try to keep it as simple as possible, but how much of that, what you can relay to players who are actually going to school, doing everything else, you got to be careful.
You don't throw them all that. Obviously the analytics. You just use baseball terms, make sure we hit the cutoff man. That helps prevent runs or those things. So just simplify it. Emphasize what we do and why we do it. And I think that also correlates that, hey, we can't foul because we got to block out because, and you have the numbers behind it of where they are nationally and those type of things that and pace of play, possessions, and it's really kind of neat to watch different games with a certain opponent, how if possessions are high, the game goes one way. If possessions are low, it goes another way. And I think everybody's trying to strategize to find the secret recipe for every opponent.
That's the one thing, too, with when Penn State was here recently. They're a team that plays, there are fewer possessions with them, right, as opposed to what you guys do or some other teams. So you really got to, I mean, every possession is going to matter a little.
Yeah, I use my golf analogy. We don't have a lot of mulligans. We can't, and some guys will look at me like, what mulligan who? We can't hit the ball out of bounds because we don't have an unlimited supply, so we can't waste possessions because they're not going to be as many maybe against a Penn State or a Minnesota that plays lower possessions. And so you have to be efficient. I think that's the beauty of a good team and the necessity to be a good team. You have to be able to do both in some way or shape or form. You can't be so dependent on speed and high possessions, and you can't be so dependent on trying to really grind them all out, because you're going to have to adapt a little bit in between.
Final thought here is we mentioned, I call this the dog days, and the guy who coached before, when I said that, he'd look at me like I have two heads, right? Like, okay, I won't use that term anymore, even though it is. There's still, Jim Snyder's role is always important, throughout the course of a year, a calendar year. More so now because there's rest, but the lifting is still a big part of it.
Yeah, right? And you say lifting, and probably the casual observer out there just thinks, okay, weight room, bench press, squat. Nah, it's changed so much, and it adapts really from player to player and where they're at in the season, where they're at in terms of minute load. Are they redshirting? Are they not? Are they playing a lot of minutes? What was the night before like in terms of minute load? So it's really customized, and it's a lot of recovery. More so, the younger guys and the red shirts are doing more powerlifting now and still continue to build. But the guys that fans are seeing on the floor consistently, those guys are in a very strategic maintenance and really a cautious recovery. And same thing with practice. We really have dialed back in terms of the contact, in terms of the full out running all the time, and just kind of be vigilant, and I try to keep the pulse on our guys too. I ask them more than anything, how you feeling, what do you, and we adjust and adapt accordingly.
Yeah, and I should probably clarify too, because I don't know if I've heard you use that term a whole lot. The dog days. I mean, these guys, they're still smiling, they're still working hard, they're still having fun being around each other. All of that, this time of year especially, that again means a lot.
Well, when you're winning, it helps.
Yes.
And I probably started using the term "get your rest." You're going to need it back in December. Knowing that the season's long, yeah, and you're going to play back to back and once every 3. And we had the COVID shift with Nebraska, so it stacked games a little more tighter than what we had originally planned. So we have to take advantage of every opportunity. That we have, whether it's a day off or not. What are you doing in the other 22 hours that you're not here at the Kohl Center, 21 hours of the day or whatever? Are you sleeping right? Are you eating right? Are you working with Brent in the training room and Jim in the weight room in terms of recovery techniques? Are you using the hot cold tub? Are you using Normatex? All those things that go into it. And it's really a matter of editing your life and editing your habits. And the players if you want to be really good, you better edit your life and focus on the things, your school and your basketball. We always say you got 3 parts of your life: academics, athletic, and social. It can't be 33% each. You have to give. And hopefully most of the time it's a lot of your social life has to be given up to focus on the other 2.
Yeah, because before you know it, the term, whatever you want to call it, dog days or not, it's going to turn into stretch drive when you get to the end of the Big Ten season and then the postseason to follow. Stay with us. We'll take a break, and we have more to come as the Badgers Sports Report continues.
Compeer Financial has always been there for our clients and communities in any situation. And our support continues today as our clients work relentlessly to feed, clothe, and fuel the world. Compeer is proud to continue our strong commitment to our clients, the rural communities where they live, and to agriculture. We're here to help meet the financial needs of rural America, and we'll navigate through this together.
You'll hear things like, you're gonna need to see a specialist.
That what you have is serious, like really serious.
And then you meet them, your medical team.
With research and clinical trials and new treatments.
With better procedures that lead to better results.
Then it hits you, you're gonna be okay.
UW Health. Remarkable medicine. Remarkable care.
Carter. Brad steps back, feeds Wall, rotates Neath. Left corner three on the way is good. Nothing but net for Jahcobi Neath. His first three as a Badger. 4.5 left in the half. Badgers break the 1-2-2 press. Now Neath being chased off the left wing, and the lane goes up. Got it! It counts and one.
I would say what had me interested the most, I would say, is the winning culture and just knowing that the coaching staff that I'd be playing for knows what it takes to win, and they've been there before, so I feel like I would learn a lot coming here, and that player development would be a big part of my improvement and just soaking everything in that I could and just being around a group of gay guys. The sports culture here is a lot different. Everything's a lot bigger and more, it's a bigger deal here, you know what I mean? Being at Wisconsin, not even just basketball, all sports. All the teams kind of are engaged with each other, in contact with each other. So it does feel like a first year here, which it is, but I understand what you're saying. It doesn't feel like it's college basketball all over again, but it's like, it's a different feel here, it's different energy, which I enjoy, and I've been loving it.
When you were coming in, what did you think your strengths were after your 2 seasons of college basketball at Wake Forest?
I would say defending, attacking the rim, just playing hard, bringing energy to the floor.
How have you handled this season with the injuries, the time, missing practice, stuff like that? How have you kind of handled that? You seem like you're getting back into things, getting back into the swing and stuff, but how did you handle that, the kind of the ups and downs of that the early part of the season?
I would say my mindset on that was just taking it one day at a time. Like, I try to not think too far ahead or worry about any little things that I can't really control. So I just try to control what I can and just be present, and then that's really how I take it. I just feel like I'm getting my conditioning where it needs to be and just getting my rhythm back. I mean, I feel like on this team I really just have to focus on defending, rebounding at a high level, let the offense come to me. We have a lot of guys that can score, so I wouldn't really say that has to be one of my main focuses, because we're going to put the ball in the rim, and we just want to pride ourselves in getting stops every game and locking teams up, because that's what wins championships. I feel like I'm one of the more experienced guys for sure, being this is my 3rd year, and we also have Brad and CV, so I feel like that group with their experience is able to just pass on little gems to other guys. And even though we're a younger team, like, we still have a lot of sophomores, a lot of guys that have been around, and even our freshmen are, they're ready, they're confident, they're competitors. So I feel like experience it doesn't really hurt us at all. It helps us for sure, so yeah.
How do you see this team handling the pressures of going after a Big Ten title and chasing further from there?
I feel like we're going to handle it the same way we have been all season. We're going to compete, we're going to put our best foot forward, and may the best man win, may the best team win. I would say in the last half of this stretch, I'm more so focusing on my defensive principles, where to be, when to be there, learning tendency, just locking in on player personnel, because that's going to keep me on the floor, knowing that Jahcobi could come in there and he could defend such and such, and he could bring such and such on offense as well. Just picking my spots well, not rushing anything, letting the game come to me. I feel like throughout the season I've just been rushing things a little much, so I feel like I could just relax, let the game come to me. Like, we're well coached, we have a great system in place, so just trusting the work that we put in and letting it all come to fruition.
Hard work, sweat, knowledge in your own 2 hands. These are the tools that build Wisconsin. Leave your mark on the real world with 0 debt and higher pay. All from day one. It's time to do work that works for you. Learn more at buildingwisconsintogether.com.
On this game day, Good Foods Guacamole would like to salute all you players, no matter what you seem to be playing. You, sir, are a winner. You, ma'am, triumphant, and thumbs up to whatever it is you're doing. So let's hoist a guac-laden chip to all you players out there. Good Foods Guac, made from the freshest avocado and the cleanest ingredients. So here's to all the players in whatever game it is they're trying to play. Game day is Guac Day. Good Foods Guac.
The Badger Sports Report is presented by UW Health, the healthcare team for the Badgers. Learn more at uwsportsmedicine.org. And is brought to you by the Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and respected contractors. BuildingWisconsinTogether.com.
Up next for the Badgers, a Tuesday night game at Indiana, an 8 o'clock tip Central, followed by a Sunday afternoon matchup with Michigan on a day the Badgers will honor Michael Finley. Join us next week. Thanks for watching.
This has been an exclusive presentation from Learfield.
You'll hear things like, you're gonna need to see a specialist.
That what you have is serious, like really serious.
And then you meet them, your medical team.
With research and clinical trials and new treatments.
With better procedures that lead to better results.
Then it hits you, you're gonna be okay.
UW Health. Remarkable medicine. Remarkable care.
We believe in education. We believe in public schools. At WEA Member Benefits, we believe in helping Wisconsin public school employees and their families achieve their financial goals by providing personal insurance, retirement and investment, and financial planning programs that are designed specifically for the education community. WEAbenefits.com.
My favorite breakfast is Odyssey yogurt. I asked Mommy where it comes from, and she took me to a dairy farm to learn all about milk and, most importantly, cows. Wisconsin cows are definitely the happiest, which means they make the tastiest yogurt. My favorite is blueberry. What's your flavor? Support your local farmers. EIEI Odyssey.